Welcome to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. The 35th Annual Mayor's Night Out Against Crime was recently held at East Technical High School, where safety forces and citizens came together to find out how they can be more aware of what we can do as a community to keep us safe. Not even the pouring rain could keep residents from coming out to learn from police officers, firefighters, EMS, and representatives from various city services.
As much as we would like to say that we can combat crime, crime is something that you cannot totally combat, but you want to make sure that your residents and your safety forces are engaging with one another so that we all understand that we have to unite in order to solve this issue or to put a dent in this issue. And so criminal activity will take place, but we want to make sure that residents are aware of things that they can do to keep themselves safe and what they can also do to assist law enforcement in doing their jobs. The other wonderful thing about this event is that we have not all of the city service, but many of the major city services here. So residents get an opportunity to also talk to representatives from there. We have plenty of activities for the kids. So it's always a wonderful night of fun and learning. And the ultimate goal is to keep our residents and the streets of the city of Cleveland safe.
Mayor Frank Jackson, Police Chief Calvin Williams, and 3rd District Commander Thomas McCartney stressed the importance of community involvement.
And when we have good relationship between the police and the community, things go a lot better. I want to also thank all of our partners who are up here today, because all of what we do in terms of enforcement would not be possible without them and their contribution to your safety.
This isn't done just by law enforcement or public safety, it's done as a community. So if we want to be safe, we have to have our participation of all of our neighbors, all of our stakeholders, and that's the only way you have a safe community. It's about all the community, from our kids to our seniors. It takes a village, and as you can see here today, this is a village. It's everybody in this community coming out and saying, yes, we definitely want to have a safe community.
It's a fun event, it's a community event, get people out, join us together, get some discussion going, and you see all the various law enforcement partners here, be it Cleveland Police, ATF, FBI, CMHA, everybody's out here, but the draw is the fun, and the idea is to get conversation going.
The Cleveland Division of Fire recently held a ceremony in the City Council chambers where firefighters were promoted to the ranks of captain and lieutenant. Before swearing in the firefighters to their new role, Mayor Frank Jackson thanked them for their willingness to serve as leaders within the division.
I want to congratulate all of you on your promotions. I know it wasn't, you had to put the work in. And a lot of times, we do the celebration, but it is the work that you put in that matters. And most of all, I want, however, thank you for your willingness to continue service in your chosen field as firefighters in the Division of Fire.
Safety Director Michael McGrath commented on how important this day was to the newly promoted.
Promotional ceremonies are something very special. They will change your lives both professionally and personally forever. A promotional ceremony is an indication of hard work and commitment. On behalf of the Department of Public Safety, we would like to congratulate each and every one of you for your promotion and your success.
Ward 15 Councilman and Safety Committee Chair Matt Zone offered his congratulations to the firefighters and commended their hard work.
Leaders lead, and you are all in this position because you are all leaders in your own right. And I am happy to be here and be a part of the celebrations, and so send well wishes on behalf of my council colleagues. Congratulations to each and every one of you.
Fire Chief Angelo Cavillo expressed his confidence in the abilities of the newly promoted to successfully doing their jobs.
Always remember you are a civil servant and have taken an oath to serve the citizens and visitors of Cleveland, Ohio. Serve them with professionalism and compassion. You have earned your position as officers on the Cleveland Division of Fire. There are many people counting on you and rooting for your success. This honor brings the expectation that you will be responsible, reliable, and accountable.
Chief Angelo Cavillo of the City of Cleveland's Division of Fire announced the new thermal cameras have been received thanks to a firefighter's grant. 50 cameras have been distributed throughout the division. Chief Cavillo says the new camera will help save lives.
This camera can actually pick up a heat signature of the body in a rescue situation for civilians, people trapped, and also downed firefighters.
A group of kids from Cleveland's Boys and Girls Club recently went on a 3-hour fishing tour with some men and women from the Division of Police. We sent reporter Dan Monroe to see if the fish were biting.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of an exciting trip that started from this Cleveland port aboard this really cool ship. Kids from the Boys and Girls Club of Cleveland spent the morning on the open waters of Lake Erie, fishing and having fun with some Cleveland police officers. Brittany Radcliffe, educational services instructor with the Boys and Girls Club, said this is an amazing experience for the kids.
So today the kids are fishing with some police officers in Cleveland. They're having a lot of fun. And, they just wanted to hang out with them, get an idea of what it's like to be a police officer, how they help the community, things like that. So, they're trying to get their bearings. We're shaking a lot. They're trying not to get seasick, but they're having fun. They're just trying their best and seeing how it goes and talking and making new friends.
John Four is a police officer with the 2nd District's Community Service Unit. He sees the value in the kids getting to know the police officers a little better.
It's a great time between the police and the kids from the community to teach them how to fish and kind of like interact with them, and show them that there's another side of us besides police work. We're not arresting people all the time. We do other things also. So this is great.
In their neighborhoods, the police aren't always seen as in a positive light. So it's good for them to see that there are good police officers who will help them out and who they can get along with.
It was a bit choppy on the lake, so the captain moved the boat behind the break wall where it was calmer. Several fish were caught during the trip, and I couldn't tell what was more exciting for the kids, reeling in their catch or getting up the guts to touch one. Mason Boggs was surprised he was going on a boat, thinking he would be fishing from the shore, but said that the boat made the experience all the more better.
It's jarring. It's a new experience. I like being here with my friends, and it's fun that I get to enjoy a new experience and fish here. I'm just excited about the experience, that's all, pretty much. And I'm glad that I get to fish with other people and share our experiences together.
After about 2.5 hours on the lake, it was time to return to the shore where the officers had prepared a hot dog lunch for the hungry fishers. Officer Henry Zach with the 1st District Community Service Unit says it's their uniform, or lack thereof, that made it comfortable for the kids to open up to the officers.
To interact with the kids, especially when you're out of uniform, you seem to have a better rapport with the kids. And it's nice to see that they're having a good time out there, fishing. And a lot of times it was first time for everybody on the boat. And it was very enjoyable to see their happy faces and just having a good time.
Prizes were then raffled off to cap off a great day. And it was a great day, one that the kids and officers won't soon forget. For TV20, I'm Dan Monroe.
The 12th Annual Mayor's Youth Summit was held at the historic Cleveland Public Auditorium. The City of Cleveland, Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Cleveland Browns help students and their families get ready for the new school year.
I want to encourage you to do well this year in school. Do well this year in school, progress through your academic career, go on either to employment opportunities or to college, whatever it is that you choose to do. But all of this is for you.
We know that our young people, while they have needs, they may not necessarily have the resources to purchase those school supplies. So we provide that, and of course we have a grab-and-go lunch box, or box lunch, grab-and-go breakfast, and just great energy. So we're here today to have a safe, delightful, and enjoyable time for our families and our children.
This is a huge event for us to kick off the school year, make sure everybody's ready, everybody knows it's time to go back to school, and that we've got the energy to do it and do it really well.
Mayor Jackson stressed the importance of education.
Education itself is important, and this is part of our whole effort to keep education in the forefront, whether it's the Youth Summit, whether it's Higher Education Compact, the Say Yes to Education, the Reform Plan. So it's just one component of a lot of things we're doing around education.
CMSD and Cleveland Browns alumni Steve Sanders was happy to be involved in the summit.
It's extremely important. Browns is a great organization, obviously historic in the city of Cleveland, but more importantly, giving back to our community is what an organization of that nature should do, and I think has always been a part of what the Browns stood for, and which is why I'm a proud alumni. I wouldn't be here if, as a Clevelander, a true Clevelander, alumni of CMSD, if I didn't believe what the Browns were doing and giving back. So I wanted to be a part of this. It's a true honor.
Phase 2 of a new project has recently started in Slavic Village. The development is called Trailside Slavic Village. Already 10 homes occupy the development, with more ready to be built with Phase 2. At the groundbreaking ceremony, Mayor Frank Jackson reflected on the abundance of quality housing opportunities there in the neighborhood.
You have a very diverse community in terms of opportunities. Last week we did the ribbon cutting on 37 tax credit homes. We had Phase 1 here, and now we have Phase 2. There are many different opportunities and ways that you can live and afford to live in the Slavic Village communities.
The City of Cleveland teamed up with Third Federal Savings and Loan to entice new homeowners to the area with affordable single-family homes. Third Federal Chairman and CEO Mark Stefanski can trace his family's commitment to Slavic Village to his grandparents, who settled there in the 1890s.
We all need to breathe air to survive, which means that a company needs to make money to survive. But as human beings, we just don't breathe air. We have another purpose. And same thing with a corporation. A social responsibility is a big deal. And I challenge any corporation not to fulfill that mission, because without that commitment to things other than just making money, we don't have communities. We don't have opportunities for people who might not, in other cases, have opportunities.
New homes start at under $150,000. Third Federal is also offering a $10,000 down payment assistance program with a 15-year tax abatement. One person who was really excited about the new homes at Trailside is Ward 12 Councilman Tony Brancatelli.
It's a $15 million development. We're creating new homes for families, and it really is an opportunity to stabilize the market by bringing families in here. That really is longevity. Families that will be here for a long period of time. The gateway to stabilizing our community is through housing that will provide people opportunities for a long time to come. So this is really what this development is about, is really stabilizing our community, bringing new families in, and really pushing the housing market in a direction that we haven't had for a long time.
When fully developed, Trailside will see 100 new, affordable, energy-efficient homes. Well, as you know, the City of Cleveland has a rich history, and we want to test your knowledge. Our trivia question for this week: what popular baseball movie deals with the fictionalized version of the Cleveland Indians? Is it A, The Sandlot, B, Bull Durham, or C, Major League? We'll have the answer when we return.
This is why you took a second job. While you taught yourself how to fix the plumbing. While you'll do whatever it takes to keep your home. And that is why we want to help. We are making home affordable, a free government resource that can make paying the mortgage easier. Call 888-995-HOPE today.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Welcome back to TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Our trivia question for this week: what popular baseball movie deals with the fictionalized version of the Cleveland Indians? Is it A, The Sandlot, B, Bull Durham, or C, Major League? The answer is C, Major League. The 1989 classic film was actually filmed in Milwaukee and debuted at #1 at the box office. Men of all ages came out to Glenville High School for the annual African American Male Wellness 5K Walk and free health screenings event. Event co-chair Karen Butler tells us why men need to know their numbers.
We know that African American men are often disproportionately impacted by chronic diseases like high blood pressure, like diabetes, like cardiovascular illnesses. So what we want to do is make sure, first of all, that they know their numbers, that they get a chance to come out and get health screenings so that we can get them connected to a regular source of care.
I know the importance of early detection. My father had prostate cancer and it was detected early. He's only alive today because it was detected early. He was able to have his surgery by an African-American doctor. It saved his life. So I believe in early detection. I believe in screenings. We got to get over the stigma. We got to get over the fear. We got to get out there and get ourselves tested. We got to see our doctors. We also have to live healthy. We have to walk. We don't have to run miles, we just need to walk.
The event honored survivors Reverend Larry Howard and Ted Ginn Jr., and both had important advice to share.
You know, we as men, we always say, well, I'm not going to the doctor, they might find something. But that is the dumbest thing that we think about as men. You know, you want them to find something if something there. If not, it can really boil in your system, and then when the time they find it might be too late, so. I just suggest that you constantly go to the doctor, and when you get a certain age, you've got to go constantly, you know what I'm saying? So I like to encourage men to go all the time.
I want to encourage all of our African-American men particularly, but people in general, to go to the doctor on a regular basis, to question your doctor, don't let him do all the talking. If you don't understand what he's talking about, make him break it down in layman's terms. Because we're trying to have a very productive life. We all know one day we're going to die, but we don't have to die by way of the fork. We have to change our attitude about food, change our diet, and you got to exercise.
For more information, visit aawalk.org. The 50th annual Puerto Rican Day Parade kicked off at West 16th and Clark and commenced at Roberto Clemente Park. Mayor Frank Jackson, Police Chief Calvin Williams, and Fire Chief Angelo Cavillo, who was the first Hispanic fire chief in the city of Cleveland, all addressed the excited crowd. Stay tuned to watch the 50th annual Puerto Rican Day Parade in its entirety, only here on TV20. That's all for your TV20 News. We are Cleveland. I'm Leah Haslage. Don't forget to subscribe to our TV20 YouTube channel and to check us out at TV20cleveland.com.